Okay, right away you ask yourself, are you waiting for my class or you are just yourself? What is the sense inside? Is there a sense of waiting for my class? Waiting what is to happen? Waiting is a condition you create unconsciously. Being is unconditional, always there. In the beginning of your class, you are already with yourself. I am with myself. Everything is with itself. Truth, nobody need to wait for. Self, you can't wait for. Consciousness needs no waiting. If you have a sense of waiting inside, you are not being the self. You are being the I thought, who is waiting. Consciousness has no sense of waiting. Universe has no sense of waiting. The sun doesn't wait for us to come and then it shall rise. The water doesn't wait for us to come so that it can quench its thirst, quench our thirst. Space waits for nobody. Time waits for nobody. Waiting is exclusively the job of the I. Being is not a job. To be conscious. That is why, friends, don't wait to listen a talk on meditation. Meditation is not a job. Meditation is not an experience. I have told you so many times, but today in a different dimension. Meditation is not an experience. Like seeing, hearing, tasting, touching is not meditation. Or not seeing, not touching, not tasting is not meditation or agitation. Seeing and not seeing are two different conditions. Touching, not touching. Tasting, not tasting. Listening, not listening. And if listening is an experiencing, touching is an experiencing, not touching is not experiencing. These relative experiencing and not experiencing are at the level of the sense organs. Seeing with the eyes, experiencing with the eyes. Not seeing with the eyes, also experiencing the incapacity of the eyes. But you are the experience, consciousness. Experiencing, eyes seeing, experiencing, eyes not seeing. You are experiencing, listening to me. You shall also experience not listening when you are going out of this place. Not listening to the talk. So are you waiting for experiencing a speech, or you are being the experience in whose presence you are experiencing through senses? Also, when the sense organs stop experiencing, that also you are experiencing. That word is so loaded. The whole universe, the entire world, everybody is gunning after experiences. Just like you've gone for seeing sunrise, sunset, listening to music, watching a beautiful bird, a lovely landscape, nice food, nice taste, nice relationship. Relative experiences are millions, friend. Relative experiences are millions and millions and millions. But that you are experiencing, all these experiences is absolute. We are lost in this relative world. Seeing, not seeing, touching, not touching, going, not going, eating, not eating, laughing, not laughing, smiling, not smiling, all the time. And these relative experiences, please see that. This just before coming, it exploded inside of. In a sense, I don't know what to tell you. These relative experiences, please, who creates? Relative things are created only in the presence of the I, a point of a reference. I like, I dislike. The skin doesn't say it likes the tender breeze of the springtime. The skin doesn't say it hates the blizzard or the hot wind. The I creates the relative conditions, it names it. The sound doesn't feel it is too much or it is quiet. Raga, dvesha, like, dislike. Please understand, there is nothing called a like and dislike in the object. Object is there on the tree. Just think of this flower is on the tree. You are passing by. Lovely fragrance touches your nose, hits your nose. The flower which is Sugandha Raja, the king of fragrance, doesn't feel it is so beautiful. You experience through your nose fragrance. Who is comparing? Trees or 100 trees are in the garden. They are not comparing among themselves. There is no eye sense. The mountains and the rivers, the deserts and the ocean don't compare among themselves. The waking, dream, deep sleep, three avasthas do not compare among themselves. There is no sense of comparison or competition in the universe. Birds don't have Miss Bird universe. Animals don't have the competition, comparison. Trees have no competition, comparison. Elements, space, air, fire, water, earth. Please see that, feel it. Have no sense of comparison. I begin the game and I am the first victim of it. I compare. And put these objects into competition, this dog and that dog. Who makes the horse run for the money? Who sets the dogs for hunting? Who is competing for the beauty of the horse or the dog? The dog show, the horse show. Even the human beings, you hire the so-called men or women to show off their body. You create a sense of competition, comparison, and therefore less or more, brilliant or dud. Creation has no sense of comparison, no competition. The flower doesn't like its fragrance nor feels bad that I'm not as fragrant as the other one. Fragrance hits your nose. Memories, beautiful fragrance. I says, I like it. And you repeat, you create your raga. You say, I don't like it. You repeat, you create dvesha, dislike. So without this sense of I, listen carefully, without this sense of I, the relative dimensions are not invoked. The creation, please understand, the nirguna, consciousness all-pervasive, has no sense of this or that. Even the macrocosm, samashti, the totality, saguna Brahma, Ishvara, has no sense of comparison. Like water, nirguna, has no sense of comparison. Ocean, vast, apuryamanam achala pratishtham samudra. All pervasive, relatively. The ocean has no sense of comparison. You create a sense that this is ocean, and in the ocean you divide it. Pacific, Atlantic, Indian, all these type of different types of names you give it. Tsunami, tender waves, all these differences, you are naming it. The ocean doesn't suffer it. Neither the water has a sense of being nirguna. Please understand. Who is there to name it? The ocean doesn't name itself. Neither the creation names itself. Naming is a game belonging exclusively to the I. You name differently, you destroy each other. You accept or reject all these relative conditions. Please understand. Relative emotions, raga, dvesha, like, dislike. You create it. Without the reference to the individual standing here, there is no left side and right side. There is no front side, back side. There is no top, no bottom, no up, no down. There is nothing. Who names it? No animal names it, nothing in this universe names it, only the I. My west is your east, my east is your west, my north is your south, my south is your north. Arguments. Forgetting, essentially we are directionless. There is no division of any kind. But you hold on to your standpoint, somebody holds on to the other person's standpoint, then begins the battle. Who creates the division? I. Listen carefully, please. So this I, experiencing, owning of the experience. I experiencing means I owns of the experiences. I is experience seeing. Listen carefully. I is experience. And the experience of the I we name as the seeing. Ears experience, we name it as a listening, Sravana, Darshana. Different names are given, friends. Touching, Sparsha. Sense experiences are different. Seeing is different from hearing. Hearing is different from touching. Touching is different from tasting. Tasting is different from smelling. Please. Different experiences. E, small letter, just to make a difference. Experience is experience. But you are experiencing eyes seeing, not seeing. Ears hearing, not hearing. Tongue tasting, not tasting. No smelling, not smelling. Touching, not touching. Even when the I say, the I thought says, I see, you are experiencing, seeing, as well as the I thought talking, I am seeing. Mahadeva. You are experiencing. You are the experience, Anubhava Swarupa, which you can never get out of it. You can change from seeing to hearing, hearing to touching, touching to tasting, but you can't stop experiencing consciousness itself. Relatively, we see presence of a thought is agitation, absence of thought is meditation. That's not meditation, that is absence of agitation. Tomorrow, Shivaratri will come. Many people will go for dance, jump, this, that, or go anytime, anywhere, friends. You go to forget your agitation for some time and you name it meditation. Meditation is not an experience that comes and goes. Anything that comes and goes is a relative experience. Seeing, not seeing. Hearing, not hearing. Touching, not touching. Smelling, not smelling. Thinking, not thinking. I owning it up, I no more owns it up. The I is not needed. When everything is gone, you are in meditation. You are the meditation. You don't have to name it meditation. Because that is experience, that is meditation, that is existence, that is not a sensation, that is the happiness absolute. That's not a relationship, love or hate. It is absolute love, absolute fulfillment, absolute freedom. There is nothing other than it. Effortless, all times existing. Experiences you have to hunt for. Listen. To see the sunrise, prepare yourself from the night. Drive 10 kilometers to ocean or the mountain top. Take your body. Your eyes must be in a good shape. Wait. For meditation, where should you go? Which mountain top? Which sunrise? Which holy place or unholy place? Home or the ashram or the place or the mountain top or the bottom of the sea? Where should you go? And should you wait for meditation? It's not an experience. That is why when people make it experience-oriented, you see the light, you see the dark color, you see the blue or green or something, or you listen to the bell, listen to something or feel something which is going up and down inside. Looking for some extraordinary sensation, understand. That looking for it, waiting for it is agitation complete. Sometimes you forget to wait for, you think it was meditation. So most people, when they go for meditation, they go for a session of forgetfulness. Your pain is there in the body. You can anesthetize. The pain will go away. Disease doesn't go. Pain remains potential. Once the effect of anesthesia goes away, the pain surfaces. Once your forgetfulness comes to an end, at the end of the night of meditation brings the day-long agitation. Once your engagement with the holy observation and forgetfulness comes to an end, your life becomes miserable. In contrast to how much you have already forgotten, to that extent it will come back and come back with a force. Understand? Experience, the absolute, is always there. You can wait to see something, wait to hear something, wait to touch something, but you can't wait for that something, the experience by which you are experiencing everything. Make the difference between the experience absolute, name it meditation if you like, and the experience relatives, which comes and goes. Average person names relative experience as agitation, absence of the experience is meditation. Not always. Absence of a so-called, which you have named as a happy experience, in the absence of that sensation, you are in agitation. Absence of an unhappy, uncomfortable agitation, you are experience, sensation, you are in meditation. Wrong. The I creates every relative condition, including not only raga, dvesha, dharma, adharma, good, bad, right, wrong. Take it, friends. We succumb to that. Who has created left side, right side? For convenience, we say road, left side, right. Some convenience, so that everybody follows the same rule. That's fine. But in reality, there is no left and right. Friends, when you are walking out, driving away in the world outside, you must have left, right. Circular, triangular, rectangular, different shape. North, east, south, west, all that we should have. In your mind, where is north, south, east, west? In the space of consciousness, Chidakasa, do you have a north of consciousness and south of consciousness? East of consciousness, west of consciousness? Left side of the thought and the right side of the thought? Top of the thought and the bottom of the thought? Inside consciousness, outside consciousness? There is no such thing. If there is any sense of division, it's not the body is creating or the world is creating. I thought is creating. I like it, I don't like it. The like and dislike is not a conclusion of the body or the senses, neither of the objects. Human beings create it. You create it for yourself. So the teaching is not to say, don't have likes, don't have dislikes. As long as the individuality is there, this type of advice will fall in the total stone ground. Nothing will happen, because nothing has happened to you. You are advising nonsense. Possibilities you are advising. If thought is agitation, absence of thought will be meditation. Who said that? Sometimes absence of thought can create a heavy agitation. Your job depends on the answer for a question. And when you are answering that question, the answer doesn't come. Meditation? Why don't you pat yourself? I'm in meditation. I can fail in the examination, but I am in meditation. Go and tell the world. Absence of thought. What a hilarious thing. How pathetic. Making meditation a condition, like making experience, the absolute, a condition. No, seeing is a condition. Eyes must be in good shape. Listening is a condition. Touching is a condition. Tasting is a condition. Absence of it is another condition. Can you stop experiencing that you are not experiencing anything? Can you stop experiencing that you are experiencing something or other? The same I will create absolute experience, meditation. Relative experiences. Don't get lost in that. That is why it so beautifully says, Dhyatru dhyana dheya rupa. Mother is dhyatra. Meditation is what? Triputi varjita. There is no meditator, object of meditation and meditating. Three things are not there. Where these three things are there, think. Where these three things are there, that is pure agitation. Listen. Your object of meditation is money. Your object of meditation is chocolate. Your object of meditation is another person or a sensation. Take one example. Your object of meditation is an apple. And you, an apple lover, meditating on the apple. The object of meditation. You focusing on that thought. Apple, apple, apple. And no other thought is coming. Your apple meditation is complete. But you can't be with it all the time. The apple thought may go away. You have to drag it out, bring it back, remove other thoughts. The eye may get tired. Who is meditating on the apple may get tired. Why is apple only all the time? As long as you are enjoying being with that apple thought, you think it is meditation. Once the eye don't like it or the thoughts don't come, agitation begins there. So these are known as the relative conditions. Understand? It's like a artist lost in his art, a painter lost in his painting. A person is a listener, a connoisseur of music, lost in the music. We call it meditation. It is not meditation, it's absence of agitation for some time. A connoisseur of puja, chanting, meditation. Understand? A connoisseur of something, reading a book, eating some food, touching or tasting something. Understand? You'll be tired. Either the object will change, will not be there, or you are tired. Your meditation is disturbed. Whereas in case of the knowledge absolute, experience absolute, what you are meditating upon, meaning the experience in whose presence everything is experienced, is one. There is nobody to meditate on consciousness. Listen carefully. There is nobody to meditate on consciousness. Because if you are there, it is no more oneness. Please understand, I'll tell you one simple thing. It was another beautiful stuff, very beautiful. As you have been seeing in this absolute relative, absolute is always one. Relatives are too many. And it begins with you. Who I am, one without a second. Everybody is same. Aham Atma, self-awareness. What we have, listen carefully, what we have, how many things? Billions of things. How many things you can have? Comes in the realm of I have, possessiveness. I have a thought, I am I have an I thought, I am the thought, think of it. You see that? And that I thought also you have. Then this I thought, I have so many memories. Not only in the subtle world, but also I have the object of thought, the house, the car, the people, the countries, the continents, the world. You can have infinite things. You can have. But how many things you are? I. Now who has done it? Who does it? I thought. Just think of it. Can you say, you can say, I have many things. Can you say, watch it? Can you think, watch it? I have many consciousnesses. The kingfisher understands it. Can you say, I have consciousness? Can you own it? I have a car. Too many things are there. How many consciousnesses you can own? The eye of the eyes. Listen, the eye of the eyes. Not an eye. Eye of the eye, not an eye. Consciousness. Ear of the ear, not an ear. Consciousness. Tongue of the tongue, not a tongue. Consciousness. Nose of the nose, smell of the smell, not a nose. Consciousness. Taste of the taste, not a taste. Consciousness. Thought of the thought, manaso manavate. Mind of the mind, not a mind. Consciousness. How many consciousnesses are there? Waking consciousness, dream consciousness, deep sleep consciousness. There are no varieties, they are invariable, one absolute. Childhood consciousness, youthful consciousness, old age consciousness, healthy consciousness, diseased consciousness. No, consciousness can never be conditioned. You cannot own consciousness. You can't own anything. You say, I thought cannot own anything. It's an idea. That's why the fellow suffers. Why are you owning up, Mahadeva? Why are you grabbing? Why are you addicted to? Why are you obsessed with all that you are conscious of through your eyes, ears, tongue, taste, nose? And why are you not being with that in whose presence you are conscious of everything? You have obsessive addiction. But the experiences of relative kind, you are lost in sound, touch, taste, smell, sight. Experiences of limited kind, sensation-oriented kind. Consciousness is not a sense organ, is not an eye, not an ear. Apani padoyam achintya shakti. Apani pada, no hands, no legs. Pashyami achakshu is not an eye. We are conscious of everything. Srunomi akarnaha. I listen to everything. No ear. I am not an ear. Aham vijanami vivikta sakala rupam, vivikta rupam. In my presence, billion different forms, taste, smell, sight are known. Nachasti vetta. Mama vetta nasti. There is nobody to know me. Vigyataramare kena vijaniyat. Who shall ever know the knower? Nachasti vetta. Aham sada chit. Mama vetta nasti. There is no knower for me. Sadaham chit. All times, all places, all conditions, awareness. How beautiful. So shall you wait for meditation? Can you? Just close your eyes for a minute. As even you cannot experience, listen, you cannot wait to experience something that by which you are experiencing everything. Seeing is an experiencing. Conscious of seeing, an experience of eternal kind. Hearing is an experiencing of different sounds, different from seeing. But conscious of hearing. The experience of eternal kind. the eye of the eyes, the ear of the ear. One and the same. You can lose an ear, you can lose your sight. You can lose your sense of taste and smell. A thought can be dismissed, lost, forgotten. If absence of thought is meditation, then forgetfulness should be meditation. If forgetfulness is meditation, remembering the thought is huge agitation. In awareness, in yourself, the experience, which you can never ever escape. Try to escape experiencing nothing in particular. Eye seeing, you are experiencing it. Ears hearing, you are experiencing it. They are not hearing, not seeing, not touching, that also experiencing it. You are waking, Jagrata Avastha. You are experiencing your waking. Waking comes to an end. Dream comes. You are experiencing your dreaming. That is how you remember your dream. If you are not experiencing your dream, how are you going to remember it in your waking state? Then both waking and dream, lost in deep sleep, that also you are experiencing. Or else, how will you wake up and say, I slept well? That the experiencing is not a sense experience. It's not a sensation of the body or the mind. It's not a projection of a thought or the absence of it. It's independent of everything. It's not the creation of the I. I thought. There is no waking consciousness, dream consciousness, and deep sleep consciousness. Those three are three relative conditions. And to name it, they name it Turiya, Chaturya, as though fourth. Mandukya Upanishad will say beautifully, Chaturtham Manyante, Sa Atma Savijñeya. Chaturtham Manyante. That's a beautiful language. These boys or girls, whatever these teachers, that name them whoever they are, it just doesn't matter. Very hilarious. Chaturtham Manyante. They think it is fourth. Meaning just like people say out of what? Joke. Oh, he's a very... They think he's very intelligent. He thinks he's very intelligent, meaning he's dud. You think it is fourth. Chaturtha manyante. They think it is fourth. But in reality, it is not fourth. Because the first, second, third, waking, dream, deep sleep is not there. It's a beginningless beginning, not even one. Who is there to name it? Fourth, forget it. Chaturtha manyante. They say it is fourth. In relation to waking, dream, deep sleep, we say it is fourth. By itself, there is no first, no second, no third, no nothing. Asabdam, no name. Asparsham, no touch. Arupam, no form. Arasam, no taste. Agandham, no smell. Adyanta vihinam ekam. Anadi, anantam, beginningless, endless. That's an absolute. Sukshmat sukshmataram. Anoraniyan mahato mayan. Smaller than the smallest, understand. Small and big are two different dimensions. Anu. Anu means what? Dust of a dust. Atomic. Nobody has seen an atom. Proton, neutron, positron, electron, all that, whatever you say, sir, doesn't matter, don't worry. It's good that people have gone into that. So nice. Smaller, 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 smaller. Go to the smallest. Divide, divide, divide. There is a beautiful video for that. They are going 1 kilometer up. What is the vision of the world? 10 kilometers up you see. 100 kilometers, 1,000 kilometers, million kilometers, billion kilometers, trillion kilometers. Oh God. The stars, galaxies disappear into that expanse. Bring it back. Then go from your perception. And a leaf they have made it. Tiny, just one grain of greenery there. Chlorophyll. Divide, divide, divide. As you go on dividing, again he is lost in the presence absolute. Anoraniyan, smaller than the smallest, mahato mahyan, bigger than the biggest, one and the same. Sukshmat sukshmataram, subtler than the subtlest, grosser than the grossest. Oh, how did you go? You can bring in new dimensions. Grosser than the grossest, how do you say that? It is not tangible, it is eternally tangible. Not touched by somebody, but touched by you. You are eternally aware. For a change, be unconscious. Stop experiencing. I don't have to ask you, stop experiencing, listening. You can immediately close your ears. Yoni mudra. Close every sense organ you like. Be unconscious. Sukshma sukshmatara. Subtler than the subtlest. No waking, no dream, no deep sleep. No past, no present, no future. Time-wise. Time past, time present, time future. Nothing exists in timeless. No here, there, anywhere, everywhere, nowhere. There is no such concept. Just imagine you have taken in a very powerful rocket and thrown into a galaxy, another galaxy. So far you have to go. Where shall you think where you are? Still you will be conscious, floating in somewhere in the galactic sky. Conscious. Oh, there is nobody around, there is nothing around. If you don't have a memory of the world, you shall not miss the world either. Then the body falls apart. Who creates this division, friends? Who creates the division? Ask yourself. Should you wait for meditation? Who is waiting? There is no waiting in all pervasiveness for all pervasiveness. Can you ever wait for the earth? You can wait for a place in the earth. I am yet to reach Himalayas, when I am here down south. I am yet to reach North Pole, I am yet to reach South Pole, I am yet to reach another star, I am yet to reach another galaxy. But you can't say, I am waiting to reach the macrocosmic universe, Brahmanda. You can say, I am waiting for a thought to go. I am waiting for a thought to come. I am waiting for a sensation to happen. I'm waiting for a sensation to go. Can you say I'm waiting to be conscious? Experiencing. Experiencing is continuous. The moment I say experiencing, the word comes now, immediately the mind goes to touching, tasting, smelling, sitting, all this stuff. Walking, jumping, doing some activity. Experiencing means you have to do something to experience. So the moment you say Atma Anubhava Swarupa, what do? That in whose presence you are experiencing everything. What should you do for that? At the sense organ level, you must do something to experience. Bring the eyes and the object together. Bring the food and the tongue together. Bring your body and anything to touch together. Bring your ear and the sound together. Then only you can experience. But while preparing to bring them together, you are experiencing the whole process of bringing them together until the experience is happening. So you are organizing and experiencing, waiting for the ultimate. Oh, when shall I listen? When shall I touch? When shall I taste? When shall I smell? Then I forget myself. Even while preparing for that experience to happen at the relative level, you are experiencing it, conscious. Atma Anubhava Swarupa Bhavami, always there. How somebody can make you wait for it? Think of it, friends. You must read these 1,000 books. Oh, so the 1,000 books created the truth, Brahman, right? You mean to say geography book created the earth? The book on Himalayas created the Himalayas? So the scriptures created the truth? You must be joking. Many things in life, friends, appreciate. Many things in life. You can read million things, but many things shall remain unheard, untouched, untested, unsmelt, unexperienced. You can't. Limited things. Everything, every sound you can never hear. That is why miles to go before I sleep. And trillions of infinite miles to go before you sleep. You can't experience everything in your sense organ level. But can you stop experiencing the infinity? Experiencing infinity, meditation is not an experience. The experience is, if you want to name it, meditation. Dhyatru dhyana dheya rupa. There is nobody to meditate upon something. Meditating is not an action. You can't wait for that experience. That experience you don't organize, which people do. Piped music, hold on my hand, hug me, touch me, bathe in cold water, stand in the sunshine, visualize this and that. Let us forget these things. Let us invoke this. What are you doing? No conditions apply. Like space, you can think of it. In the physical world, friends, can you ever dismiss the space? Can you ever hold on to something in this space? It will go away by itself. Space that accommodates everything will not go. From any time, any place. Think. Just take a relative example. In the waking world, now sleep off. The waking space remains in the waking universe. Your dream space is created. While dreaming, do you know that you are dreaming, or the dream is real for you? For the dreamer, the dream is real. Dream space, dream air, dream water, dream fire, dream cold, dream man, woman, dream relationship, dream animals, everything seems to be very real. So in the waking space is waiting outside. The dream space has happened. Now both waking space and dream space loses themselves in the deep sleep. Susupti kale sakale viline tamo vibhuta sukha rupameti. Susupti kale, waking deep sleep state, sakale viline, when everything remains potential. The waking and the dream, these memories, everything remains sakale viline, resolved, remains in a potential state. Bija avastha, tasmat karana sarira, sarira dvesha karana matra, because there the waking and dream remain in a potential state. Tamo vibhuta, complete ignorance. Sukha rupameti, in total ignorance is bliss. Since you are not conscious of it, andha samadhi, you are in samadhi, everything is gone, but you are not aware that everything is gone. That is andha samadhi. In your waking, when there is no, you are conscious with yourself, there is no waking space, dream space, deep sleep space. Listen carefully. The samadhi avastha, chetana, consciousness yourself, we can't say you are waking because there is no sensory transaction. You are consciously not engaging yourself in sense perception, suspended. There is no dream transaction, there is no projection, no thought projection. You are not consciously projecting a thought. Unconscious projection doesn't matter to you. And there is no sleep, because there is no ignorance. You are totally aware. That is why samadhi, which is the chidakasa, in which the waking space, dream space, deep sleep condition, everything sustained itself in and through waking, dream and deep sleep. Absolute. Absolute. Can you escape? What these scriptures do, it just completely strips us. Completely strips us. The waking, the sleep, the dream, the sleep, the thoughts, where you cannot further be stripped. After consciousness, what? Neither the moment you discover you cannot further be stripped, that something can never be kept away from anything in this waking, dream, deep sleep universe. Nitya sarvagata sthanuhu achaloyam sanatana. In and through everything, it is existing. Absolute. Always in meditation. You cannot escape meditation. Just close your eyes for some time. Since it is existing in all three periods of time, we call it Sat. Existence is inherent in all that is gross, subtle, causal. it is something, illumines everything. Chit. And that awareness is inherent in every perception, in every sensation, in every thought, in every memory. Call it relative knowledge or ignorance. The absolute knowledge, consciousness absolute, Chetana, is inherent in every perception, every sensation. Perceptions you cannot manage, sensations you cannot perpetuate. Memories are self-deleting, consciousness self-existent. And that is Anandam, absolute bliss. Vishayanande, Brahmananda. In every sense perception, sensation, pleasure or pain, the same consciousness reflecting. There is a body of water, even a pot of water you keep, the sun will reflect itself. The water does not create the sun. Because the sun is there, the moment you create the water is reflected. You can take away the water, the sun will not go away. Body-mind apparatus is like water. When it comes in, created, is existing, consciousness is reflecting. Because it is reflected, therefore it doesn't exist. Because the sun is reflected in the water, therefore the sun doesn't exist. Because the sun is existing, reflection takes place. Because the happiness absolute is existing, the reflection takes place in sensations, touches, taste, sight, smell. Not that because there is a sensation and there is a reflection of happiness, therefore Brahman must be there. No, happiness absolute is always already existing. Even when the sense organs stop aging, no more capable of creating sensation. Eyes can't see, ears can't hear, tongue cannot taste. The bliss absolute still reigns supreme. Yourself, you cannot negate. Objects, your body, your thoughts, your little world around, you can never sustain, perpetuate. Like the sound of the helicopter on the top. How long can it last? Just listen to it until it goes away. The sound is gone. Can your hearing capacity gone with it? Your hearing capacity will take some time to go away. Can it take away You are being conscious of the memory of the sounds. Your memories can go away. Can it take away the I thought who misses the memories? The I thought is suspended. Can it take away awareness, which is always there? The sound gone, sound returns. Ear can be repaired, memories can be brought back, if it's not gone forever. Consciousness doesn't go to return. See that, friends, you don't have to wait for meditation. Waiting begins with the I thought. There is nobody to wait for, nothing to wait for. You wait for limited things, you can't wait for limitless. In a limitless, no individual embodiment of limitation there. The I is not needed. Brahmaiva kevalam. Kaivalya padadayani. There is no differences of any kind. One absolute. Roles are millions. Ask yourself, are you interested in yourself being who you are, or the roles that you come across? The body and its conditions, sense organs and their conditions, memories of many kinds. Who you are. One without a second. In whose presence everything is experienced itself. Not an experience of sensory kind. Can't wait for it. Thank you, friends. Thank you. See these things clearly. Unconsciously don't wait for yourself. A million things in the world we may have to wait for, but not for yourself. Mortality, you can wait for to come to an end or to continue. Immortality, you can't wait. It's helplessly ever present. Sensation you have to wait for, to get it or to get rid of it. Bliss, always there. Relative knowledge you have to wait to get it or to forget it. Absolute, conscious knowledge absolute, yourself. You can gain in time, nor you can forget or dismiss. That is why our tradition will say, anichannapi vimuchyati. Even if you don't want it, you are liberated. Anichannapi vimuchyati. Even if you don't want, you are liberated. You are free, you are absolute. That's why the teacher's job is so easy. One who knows it, he knows how easy it is. Because even if you want it, you can't dismiss it. You can't get rid of it. But when somebody tells you, you have to be very, very careful, unless you get rid of this, unless you fulfill this condition, unless you do this, unless you do that, your personal prejudices should not be transferred to somebody. Say you are incapable, you have not understood, go to a teacher, find it out or see it for yourself, whatever way. The fact is fact. You can't ever escape, like even you can't escape the embrace of space. You can't ever escape the presence, the experience, anubhava that you yourself are. All times, all places, all conditions. Thank you.